Hello everyone, how's it going? This is the Scorpio reading, and welcome to the 305 Goddess channel. Hope all is well. This will be February 2020. Thank you guys for the subscribes, the likes, the love, the donations, the purchases. Jack of Diamonds. I see you, Scorpio. You guys may not be kidding yourselves on how bright things are. A lot of people need to take your type of energy and run with it, especially when it comes to this Jack of Diamonds. So, if you're on the other end, like, I really don't know. And you may be kidding yourself. But for those Scorpios, I'm very proud of you. You are not letting it get beyond you. You are keeping high vibrations, very high. Here we are. Let's go. 8, because you're building. Right? That's right. I like that. 8 of Diamonds, Scorpio. Oh, I don't see you giving any attention. Main attention. So you stop it, and that's how you get some even give and take. Because regardless, I'm going to have even give and take in my life. If it's not that, then you can step to the left, to the left. Because we big stepping like big meat over here. And yeah, maybe feeling a little left out in the cold, but that's usually how it is when you have to push aside. You end up way with more space. So here we are. Looking for more to replace it. 7. And it's reversed, right? 7 of Spades. No nasty energy is needed. Is what needs to be done. 3 of Spades. May be heartbroken about doing it. Going through this process of cutting all explanations off to get what you actually need. So, it's saying no communication, which is usually, even if you still have to go about to get what you need, it's more less than usual. Because I still see the even give and take. You still have to do what you have to do. But it ain't like it's a talk, right? So I'm looking at a vision in my head. It doesn't have to be yours. 7 of Diamonds, having some conscience about seeing what's right in front of you. If you had to wonder if this just, yep. Think of release of karma. Won't do this again, right? Won't happen like that again. But what I'm picturing, say for instance, you and another person have to get to this end. It's a collaboration and you have to finish it. it's not that you can't finish it. It's just something happened with the lines of communication. So now that that happened, you still have to, it's, like I said, it's not finishable. It's more like the way we were doing it is not going to work. We're going to have to do something like this. So this could be in any situation. It's just more so of, that was cut, but let's go forward. So Jack of Diamonds, this is coming back up for some of those. Like I said, from the beginning, you just knew something was, like, you couldn't put, or you couldn't look at it in a bigger fashion. So, for those who just knew it could be bigger, the reason is it still can. Like I said, it's a finishing needing to happen. It's just different routes in it. So don't dim the light, okay? Because still those who from the beginning didn't feel like it could be much still have to tighten up, okay? So it could be all that in a bag of chips with some Kool-Aid, the fruit juicy. So Jack of Diamonds turns into the Joker. I just tried to explain all that, but I think a lot of you get it. That's why it's that right all big in your face. Bow. Exactly. 7 of clubs reverse. Doggone all the 7s here. Missing 7 of hearts. But Seven of Diamonds, evaluating the situation, seeing what you got out of it, knowing that it's forward to wherever it's going. You may not know that because we're only at the 7, but you know, well, it was worth it, or then you pick out what's not really worth it. 7 of Spades is, with it being reversed, what's going on may be taunting to the mind if you were not ready for that. But it's nothing wrong between the universe and the situation. You have to go through it. So more so handle it. Because it was, you know, it's going to happen. It was going to happen anyway. But now that you're in it. And it's 7 of clubs. Reverse. I'm not fighting that hard for it. Okay? I don't feel like it. That's the 7 of clubs. Even when you're in a great position, I fought already. I've been fighting all my life. It is time to airplane mode. Knowing when you are there is a joke. So understand, don't give up and not fight for what you need. Are some of you not fighting that hard on the other behalf? Do you know when to go into airplane mode? So as you're there, you can also still collect. I see a lot of diamonds. Is this 6, 7, 8? So it's like I see a lot of diamonds. It's more so, I know a lot of you want me to break down. The 6 is some even give and take, and you really want that. The 7, evaluate your crop. We just talked about that one. 8 is building, going to the next level. A lot of you are. Right? So it makes sense. It's right in order. The whole thing is the slash of communication, which hurts. Because it's like having something so great, but you can't put someone in on it. And you'll have to wonder why, but then you don't have to ask any questions. explain, right? In your situation at the moment in February 2020, whether it's you doing the explaining or somebody doing it to you, it's a lot of it not going on. It needs to just be done, get done, and it is done. You're being logical. It's not like you asking for much. Wanting much, having a vision, totally different things. Because being logical, once again, we know that it's a step at a time, and we get as full as we can, and then carry on. Can't just carry the whole dang on bore to the next bore. Anyhow, drink up. Enjoy while you're here. Like I said, some of you really need to get in tune with when enough is enough. Hell, I done did it. It's done. I'll do it tomorrow. Right? If and tomorrow. But more so, as long as, you know, it's even give and take. If it needs to be done, it will get done regardless. If it don't get done, it's because it could have waited. So push through to get things done. But don't overwork on things that's not going to get done until, right? So work on what you can right now to get things set up. It's telling you guys don't fight hard for it. So I'm guessing more or less of an example, like a computer tech. He knows that tomorrow he has to go to work, or even the next day. Let's say the next day more so than tomorrow. So in about 2 days he has to go to work, and he knows he wants to rest. He's gonna get everything done at the time that he thinks about it, which is today versus tomorrow, because he go to work in 2 days. So he's gonna get everything packed and done, loaded in the truck, so he don't have to do it tomorrow. And then the next day, the second day when he goes to work, guess what? He could just get up and go. So there's a lot of preparation in there. Saying, I'm going to get done what I can get done at the time. And when the next step comes, here we got some even give and take more. 3 in a row. Oh. The row kind of skipped with just a 7. But the thing is, it doesn't want you to do extra at the time. Not in February. Have some even give and take, even with yourself. What's fair for yourself? What's really fair? If something tell you to sit back and you have to question yourself, should I really just sit back on this one? Is it going to hurt me to sit back on this one? You know, if it's really going to hurt you to sit back on it, then it's probably not much of a question. Unless you not grew into a intuitional Scorpio, and it's nothing to think about, right? But you know, when you start thinking about it, it's something to think about. Have to ask yourself, why am I even thinking about this? Because it's giving you an opt-out, an option. Some things just not worth it. You just gotta be worth it. Yeah. Anyhow. No conflict coming in. 5 of Wands. I feel like I need some light in here. Next video, I'll turn it on. So we have the Hermit, And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is going within, seeing the task that the universe have for you. It's like going to class right here, private class, private session with the universe. See what the universe has to say. Might give you something real great to take back, right, to the actual foundation of the universe. See how beautiful our foundation is? That, you know, the universe made this foundation for us to make more foundations, mounds of foundations. Anyhow, you take what the universe gave you and you get on that horse and you share. Right? But see, don't confuse if the universe told you to share more than one thing, share it. But don't forget to share what exactly what the universe told you to share. Now on your way back and on to, and you think of some other things, hey, I'm not judging you. As the Libra, I am. But the point is, you should share exactly what the universe has given to you. Here we are. 5 of Diamonds. I know I be head on all the time, but you know, I don't like to brag, so you don't hear me say that much. 5 of Diamonds, the Hierophant. Going forward, when you going, like I was just saying, wherever you go, hopefully it's a beautiful place, right? We always thinking positive. That's why I broke it down how I broke it down. Instead of giving y'all raggedy behind thoughts to actually think of. Tradition, right? Very traditional. Don't be skeptical, right? Spiritual authority. Maintain. It has to be strong. You have to understand. You can do all that, or you can be more contained. But it still has to come out, right? In its own way, which it will. Deception. Could be a whole lot, like I mentioned, but if you do what I feel like I'm preaching, if you do what you're supposed to do, which is what you were sent to do, all that extra. A lot of people like to get extra, you see it. So, it could be deceiving yourself. You just don't want to do that. After you done collected the whole lesson, but I'm pretty sure if you pass, it won't be too much of that. But it did come up. I'm telling you, Scorpio, why? Because don't let the emotional side get to you, okay? What I really wanted to touch on was this air energy coming in. This 3 of Spades won't let go, right? And it's very hurting to transform as you do on those that you're looking for certain energy from. 3 of Spades, moving beyond sorrow. Understanding one's own feelings. This one happens to be right side up, which is it hurts you, but we're going to go forward. So you went through this, right? This one happened to be reversed, which is all this air energy, which is taking a moment to realize before you actually take in the reality on the situation. It's like saying your grace before you eat. A lot of people do not get it miscrewed. Ain't nobody judging, right? Some people don't believe in it, whatever. But just know it happens. Let's get to the money. In this air energy, it's a lot of people that don't realize that it's some people that pray and some people that don't. They have a hard time understanding that that is reality. Okay. If the card was upright, it's people are clear that people do two different things. People not clear that people do. I wish this wasn't facts, but this is. People are not clear that people have a clear mind. There's people that do totally different things, and it's all clear. Clear. So you're not understanding why it's so many different things, right? This is just an example. So the point is, Scorpio, bring in some light. Take the time to evaluate, understand, even try to figure out, okay, so stop looking and give what you can. And if it's there, you'll see it. You don't have to. I'm looking for, turn on the lights. I pray Future really get married one day, right? He into something right now. But I'm for real. Okay, anyhow. Queen of Spades. Strategy. Putting things together that we already talk about. The person putting all the stuff in the van for work in 2 days. Strategy. That's a very strategic person. Okay. Very elevated, right? Intelligence. It's all coming together because he took what came to him. That had to come to him, and he didn't throw it out. He took it and said, let me do it. He probably made it easier on his life. Because who the heck already want to get up in 2 days for work? Probably already don't. So let me do this right now. Enjoy tomorrow. Don't do nothing. All I got to do is in the morning of the next day after tomorrow, let's grab my keys and go. So thinking that out, very logical, grabbing that intelligent syndrome, strategizing to get things done. You have to be ambitious. Yes, you do. You know how ambitious I am. I had to come up with all these stories that, Lord bless your soul if that's you out there. But I'm just saying, right? I know sometimes I don't feel like getting up next week. I already done planned it out, but I still get up. I like to go to work, but getting up is the problem. Lord, take that out of my soul, 2020. It's been good so far. I sleep like 3 minutes over the alarm clock. I don't know. Anyhow, no conflict though, Scorpio. No conflict. We're building. Ambitious about it. Taking that intelligent. Whatever we hear that's positive, shoot off with it. In a minute, we'll be surrounded by all positive thoughts. More positive people. fighting for what we actually deserve and need. Nothing extra. I can't fight for you and me. I'm going to fight for me. And if I happen to have to fight for you, then I already got it down pat because I can fight for me. Spiritual awakening. I don't know why that hit so hard. It's off the chain, right? Scorpio. Yeah, so let's go with the spiritual awakening because that's exactly who the Queen of Spades is. Always getting them like a download every second. I'm her, so I can actually speak on this. Queen of Spades can be a Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. But let me see real quick. I'm looking for the Queen of Swords, Virgo or Libra in actuality, but it could be air energy. That's why Aquarius and Gemini can come. But what did we just say? Yeah, I heard what I said. Okay, I gotta go back to it. I already know it was a Libra for sure. Virgo, is it? So take on, that's why it's the mix of the air, which is the thought process, all in your mind, up in the sky. A lot of those, it's like daydreaming. And then the Virgo is being the hard on yourself, the gathering of not wavering from. So you definitely have to transform a lot. Spiritual awakening, if you didn't know, now you know. A lot of you probably not going to be 100% happy. It's just some space. It's not going to go anywhere. If it do, then hey, right? But, yeah, it's some space need clearing out. So, like I said, that slash of communication, that's some space. Whether you know it or not, right? Karma. Well, we talked about karma coming down, raining. Let it rain out. Or let it rain. Or clear it up. Then it can come back and make sure you're building it good, right? So karma, stop. I don't know what stop means. Do y'all know what stop means? Scorpio. S-T-O-P. Here, I can spell it right here. Y'all, I had to spell out hook with some extra cards. So you put it together for one of them. Forgot who I did. I think it's Virgo. Oh. One of them I did. Anyhow. Hook, line, and sinker. Yours happens to say S-T-O-P. And what does this line of cards actually want to say? There's nothing wrong with what's going on right now. Okay. So go forward through this pain, sorrowed situation. Just push through because you probably can do it to yourself, but not going to blame it all on yourself because it's supposed to be happening, but don't let it happen to you, right? So don't break your own heart somewhere like that. It's just a lot going on with all these 7 and 3 with all this air, going back to that air Libra energy dominant. Now the Virgo side comes in because Virgo is right before Libra, and it kind of melts into, right? Each sign melts into the other. You're going to have traits the closer you are to the other sign. So the thing is, a Libra already understands, trying to see how to say this in a logical aspect, but the Virgo actually needs to think more than a Libra, if that makes any sense, because the Libra already thought the hell over it. Definitely. That's why a Libra can probably go in and be successful at the next step on a collaboration when a Virgo goes in, although that's all they went for anyway, more logically can get caught up. The Libra already thought about that caught up part. Yeah, I know. The Libra thinking about getting caught up, and then a sound Libra actually thought about all of it. Good and bad, terrible, great, all of it. That's why, like, Libras they think too much. A lot of the air signs, Aquarius and Gemini, I can't really tell you. I'm not them. But I know Gemini probably overthinks a Libra, which is terrible, because now you know it's probably not even that deep. And then that's why they say that. But then you'll have people that go real deep on the Earth side, which is the Virgo. See, a Virgo is deeper than a Libra. And okay, so we could talk about it all day, but the point is, take some air energy, my water sign. The feelings you looking for, I'm not gonna say they are not mutual. I'd be dead wrong. What I'm saying is, that's what you're looking for. Look for something. It's an opportunity here. Take the feelings out. Think about it, though, because you'll have to understand it before you move on, because that's not what you're used to. So here we are. Here, all of this that you got to go get. Right? So it's more of the having some even give or take. And once you actually are placed into it and you don't have to force it, it's like, duh, this is what I've been looking for. But no, understanding when you didn't have it, why that person is not able to even give it to, like, it's really, I know, I feel like I'm talking too much already. Get a person now, Scorpios. Thinking about it, but we talked about that. You have to think about them. And that's hard to say, right? That's hard to make people do. I ain't thinking about nobody else except me. I'm not saying that you're going to miss out, because their situation only can affect your situation. Why? Because it's the company you keep versus who you actually hang around. So you don't have to keep certain company. You don't have to do certain things. You can actually enjoy this certain things and say no to these certain things. Anyhow, stop. That's why we got into that, because you probably just need to stop it. Their situation is very thin. You can pop this with a needle. Needle pop the balloon. Woo, about to blow up. It's that thin. Because you still have to get things done. That's part of karma. People still get it done throughout, and they ask, how did you get that done? Right? Throughout tragic situations. Sometimes other people at hand had to, be put in the midst of things getting done. Okay. But it's an understanding. Yep. It's more of an understanding. You got to hit twice. 3 of spades. Understand it. No conflict, though, because it's just like we never really go that deep and think about it. And you don't have to stay there. It's just a situation. Go deeper, right? Even as a water sign, that water can go very deep. then you do get a little airy. By the time you go that deep, see how deep blue sea this is, dark and deep, but the air is there. It's all that water, that blueness, and then that purpleness with the darker, deeper. You gotta manipulate it. Okay, I'm gonna stop at manipulation. I just manipulated the hell out of all those stories. Because it's an example of what I can see, believe it or not, right? I'm kidding myself, probably. But the point is, after all that, you still go forward, take the next opportunity. Pray the Lord that we don't have to dive that deep for the next one, right? Let it be easy. So just stop. Evaluate this one, even though I don't see no evaluation here. But, I mean, you can throw it in there if you think logically, which this air sign, she does. That's why I say you got to take that and don't be just looking for and then put everything together. A lot of manipulation. You see how I just did that? So let's move on. Action of manipulating something in a skillful, very skillful manner. Action taken on someone in a clever way or unscrupulous way. Mine more probably was both. Very clever and unscrupulous, because I wasn't. It's not like I'm trying to get over anyone. I'm trying to get through these cards. Right? Gotta manipulate to find the actual story, because it only give me 5 cards and stuff. But the point is, keep your cool. And y'all know what we spelled out. Stop. Just stop. You know what to stop on. If you feeling manipulated and you're not the one that's doing it, you don't like it, I mean, it's going to be done because that's who they are. You don't know how to stop the manipulation. Have some even give and take. Do it at certain times. Ask for a return certain times. That's even. Which ones that make sense. Come on, Scorpio. I can't think for you because I don't know what the hell y'all going through out there. This could be anybody. But we could talk about it. Use the email below. Making my head hurt thinking about other people's situations. That's why I say I can, you know, it only affect other people's situations, only affect your situation. I can help you out of yours, you know, help you through it or whatever is maintained. The whole thing is, this is nothing to think about. Just like in my situation, it's nothing for you to think about. But if you have some help, you know, if I need it, whatever, boom. Just like y'all give me the donations, that's help enough. I give you the card readings, that's help enough. Boom, that's easy help. But when you go deeper into stuff, people need to fix your house, but you don't have no money, then what you gonna get on? Are you gonna, can you cook them a well, you know, meal? I don't know. Some people really do that, especially that's back in the day stuff. But nowadays, other people don't. Gotta come to this understanding. Nowadays, other people don't cook other people's food. So what can you do? Can you give them a little bit now and promise them a little bit later, but actually give it to them? Or, you know, it's just so many different things, right? Can you take them or take the child or their mother or their, you know, father, you know, their parent, their grand, somebody, you know, is it something that you could do? You gotta think about it, right? But that's just an example. It's not saying that you have to go out your way. The thing is it something that can be done? If not, move right along. So, let's see what we have here. Them flip pretty good in the deck. Distraction. I'm trying not to have one. That's why I'm even giving examples. But I'm trying not to let anything get in the way of what's real. And this is what we're talking about right now. Money. What we're talking about on this channel right now is real monies. Okay, so I try to stay focused, and then you're going to have to do the same thing. Scorpio in every situation. Let's get through this and I'm ending it. Distraction. You see that money? You float a certain way, this other way gonna go, and you're gonna figure it out, right? Disturbance, any agitation, a thing that prevents someone from giving full attention to something else, interruption, obstruction, hindrance. You probably upset at this, but let's go through it. Communication, conversation. Can we converse? What is it about? Is it worth it? Exchange of information or news. What is this? Productivity. We was talking about that with a distraction. We still gonna get to it if we have them or not, and you see it. Okay, and then newness. Productivity, state of quality, or producing long term. Let's get to it. I love you so much, Scorpio. That was your reading for February. See you next month. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. See you next time. Have a great one.